Hi there, I'm an explosive barrel, and I think it's time we talked about mobile game ads. I know you've heard it before, they're stupid. But they're not just stupid, they're insane. But before we go into it, I have to give you a little video game history lesson. See, back in the 90s, point-and-click adventure games were a pretty big deal. And the worst of these had something called moon logic. In a nutshell, imagine there's a rock in your path. Rather than moving it, destroying it, or going around it, you go and tell its human girlfriend that it's being a problem, and then the rock moves after being yelled at. I only bring this up because it seems that mobile game ads have decided to evolve this concept into something I call moon conclusions. This is only the tip of the iceberg, but we have to start somewhere. And that starting point is push or don't push. See, this POW inexplicably wearing a cheapao needs help over the fence. You can choose to push or don't push. But this begs the question, what's the conclusion of both choices? If you don't push her, obviously you stay in a concentration camp, right? Problem is, if you do push her, you will shove her directly into barbed wire. Then there's After Titanic, where you have to choose which one of these women you want to save. Thing is, you could save all of these women if you wanted to, you just choose not to, so after you pick one, the rest will drown in front of you. Here's this nameless ad where you choose between subdued women examining their stats and their asses deciding which ones you want to rescue and which ones you want to leave to die.
This one's smart, powerful, and in good shape. I'll choose you then.
However, I tricked you. The audio isn't from a Kiss of War ad. It's from a game called Plague of Z. And this is where the rabbit hole begins. I intended to do a Kiss of War video because big booty waifus seemed to test well with everyone the first time I tried it. But the thing is, with each click I was exposed to a new video driving me nearer to madness. Forget moon conclusions, let's talk moon premise. Who set up this puzzle? How did she not notice it was being set up behind her? Who decided to set up an elaborate saw trap so that you could get an upskirt creep shot? What lunatic decided that advertising these games as a sexual predator simulator was a good idea? There is no answer to that creepy question, only an Ouroboros of YouTube channels filled with no external links or leading to dead Facebook pages. And I'm not even being hyperbolic. This is the title of one of the videos. Please feel free to get down into the comments and let me know if there was a Nazi virus of some sort that I'm unaware of. This ad for Age of Z, not to be confused with Plague of Z, obviously, is just called a fucking dog. I don't know what to do with that information, I just wanted to share it with you. Now let's move on to what I consider to be the darkest of all of the ads. Something I like to call
the God Hand.
This mother and her newborn baby decide to move into her grandmother's falling down house, but she doesn't repair it, she just sits there while the God Hand decides to repair it. You've got a little bit of moon logic here, but look at this last range of selections. Hammer, curtains, chainsaw. And hammer is not the right choice. The ad ends with her beginning to freeze to death. And I don't even know what game this is from. There is no branding. I am beginning to lose my mind. I feel like Nick Cage in 8mm. We finally come to the point where we discard all logic. Why Jack must be die. Why Jack must be die. Why does she have a fish tank on a deserted island? Why is Jack alive in this ad when he must be die? Why does this Atlantean princess try to enact a seduction murder plot on this woman? Why is this woman trying to murder Jack for liking the Atlantean princess when Jack is supposed to already be dead? Nothing makes sense anymore. This isn't Atlantis Odyssey. This is hell. This is a hell simulator. I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, were it not that I have bad dreams.